Hi, this is Alex.
And welcome back. So, updates about our research. Oh my god. I found this research group published just same research in 2 different journals.
2 different journals?
Yeah.
Is it exactly the same research?
Yeah, they just flip the graph over to the other side, mirror image of each other.
Really?
Yeah, they didn't even change the color of the graph or the pattern of the graph. So yeah, we write an email to this journal saying that you should retract them because you can't publish 2 research to different places in the same years.
Yeah.
So that's my update. How about you, Alex?
Well, I've just been generating more data so far, so...
Has it been going well?
Oh, some of the data looks normal, some of it looks weird, but apparently it's still normal, so it's all good.
Did you save it?
Yes, it's saved in 5 different locations. I've learnt my lesson.
Yeah, don't want that to happen again.
Mm-hmm.
So let's introduce our guest today. So
Do you
we have
introduce yourself?
Yeah.
I suppose. My name is Rich, Richard Sheehy. I don't know what's the protocol for introducing yourself here.
Where you come from, where you study, what you study.
Yeah, I'm from Cork in Ireland. I'm studying in Dublin right now in Trinity College. I'm doing a master's in digital marketing strategy. Pretty much it.
How's it going?
It's going well, yeah. I mean, I kind of jumped back into studying after not studying for a few years, so it was a baptism of fire or something again. It's been very full on because it's a tall mass and it's just been full on the last 6 weeks in particular. Just kind of finished up for Christmas with assignments. I really like it. It's been class, but it's just been intense.
So you do research with your own project?
You do, yeah. We have to do a thesis, alright, as kind of part of it, but it is, obviously mainly thought.
So you have taught elements and also research bit.
Yeah. So we'll have to do a thesis for the last 3-4 months. So we go back after Christmas. We've another 2 months really of kind of thought stuff, and then it's just kind of research part. So we got to be obviously starting and working on stuff now. But no, it's cool.
So what is your research going to be about?
Well, to be honest, full disclosure, I'm not really 100% sure yet. What I'm thinking about is hyper personalization. So if in a sense of if you James Bond movie in 10 or 15 years time, what's probably going to happen with AI is that they're going to make a customer profile on everyone who's watching it, and then you'll watch it and he'll be drinking a Heineken for you, or he might be drinking a chocolate milk for someone else, maybe not a chocolate milk, but maybe Heineken Zero or something, so I'm trying to figure out a way to actually do some research based on that. Maybe make a film 5 times with different with different beverages in it or something. I genuinely haven't really figured out exactly what I'm doing. I know I sound like a dumb here.
So what's the technique that you're going to be using? Which AI technique that you're going to use for this?
I'm not going to actually use the AI. I'm going to more try make a kind of inference based on something to do with consumer psychology or something. I'm not AI is what is going to be this is going to be implemented through AI in the future, in the sense that they're going to automatically they'll have the customer profiles and the people watching it. It's kind of the way it's even started happening in football right now. The advertising at the side. In different countries now, it's already happened where it's completely different advertising because it's the video advertising at the site.
Instead of just a plain picture board, a poster kind of thing.
Yeah. So it's already completely different advertising if you're watching in different areas, and that's going to just improve as it's going to improve and become more personalized because obviously right now it's country by country, but it's once they have the data on you and they know more about you, they're going to know how to sell and market stuff to you. So that's where I'm looking to do, but to be honest, it's kind of over Christmas. I'm going to figure out some type of experiment I want to do.
Well, yeah, I think sometimes an experiment you plan to do something, but it turns out it's completely different. You can take a turn halfway through.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not like your original project as well. It's supposed to be something, and then now it's slightly different.
In my undergrad, I had a project where I was going to look at certain things in cells, and it just ended. So I was going to use radiation and just didn't work. So we just ended up using radiomimetic chemicals instead. So same thing, same effect on the cells, just different way of applying it.
Well, that's nice you got data
Yeah.
and you learned something.
Well, I had to analyze a lot of cells. So yeah,
As it was like in vitro research.
yeah. Well, yeah, petri dish. So really just had to do a comet assay each. So basically, look at pictures and click on which part of the picture is the cell, and then we get the comet shape, and then from that we can extrapolate the numerical data, which we can then do a statistical analysis on, and that was painful.
It must be if you had to draw the outline of a cell.
No, we don't have to draw it, just to click on the cell, and the program should then look for it or where it's going and whatnot, but you have to still click on it and take the pictures.
It's fancy programming.
Oh, not just fancy program, fancy experiments, because just try to put a drop of PI on where you think your cell is. It's like, ugh.
What, do you use a microscope?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it must be, because if it's tiny.
Yeah, it's like fluorescent microscopy.
Oh.
Because then we shine a like sort of white like UV lamp, and it shines through, and then you put filters, and then you take pictures depending on like if you, because it will shine in green and red.
Yeah.
Like you see where the nuclei is because it shines red, and you see where the cell is because it shines green. So you have to take both pictures, and then you can like just see if the cell is really completely gone, or if it's still there, or if it's like different cells are clamping together and they're forming some kind of super unit. That was my undergrad project.
I understand.
Oh, that sounds like a nightmare to me.
It was.
See, that's why I don't want to do wet lab. I'm sorry, Paul, if you're listening, but I really can't be doing wet lab.
See, that for that part of my project, I probably spent 2 weeks in the dark microscope room, and I did not see the sun for those 2 weeks.
Did you feel like a Dracula?
Yeah, because it was in winter. So, like you go in the labs before 8:30, you're not going to get sunrise, and you get out after 5 and you're not going to get a sunset. So you literally skipped all the sun during the day.
It's like, well, it sounds like you live in the South Pole artificially.
It just sounds like you live in a grotto or some shit like that.
In a cave.
Finland.
Yeah. Exactly.
What? Wait, so South Pole is... No. Finland is north, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have very little. At certain times of the year, though, they have very little.
And in the winter, they've got probably 2-3 hours of day, and in the summer, they've got 2-3 hours of night.
That's a big contrast.
Mm-hmm.
It must be so confusing.
Because Earth tilt just moves.
Yeah. Oh.
Farrah Francis learning new things every day.
Is that geography then?
Yes.
No, planetary. What's the study of planetary?
At least she's learning them, to be honest. For me, it's just going boom, boom.
No, it's not astronomy. The study of planets.
Yeah.
I thought astronomy is the study of stars.
Well, it's the study of astral things. And, in the astral, you get planets, you get stars, you get nebulas, you get black holes.
Oh.
I suppose if you focused on planets, it could be something like planetology, but I don't know.
That's what I thought. Planetology.
So after a quick search, it turns out it's actually planetary sciences and not planetology.
Sorry,
Planetology
guys.
sounds like a cult.
Yeah, it does a bit.
Could be. Maybe I could start a cult.
Oh no.
I mean, why not?
The cult of confusion.
Yeah.
Confusology.
Oh my god.
What kind of leader would you be? Would you be like David Koresh?
No, I'd be a very confused one.
Yeah.
She'd confuse
Jim Jones.
all of followers. She wouldn't even know what she's doing.
Have Kool-Aid drinking parties. Oh shit, I forgot to spike the Kool-Aid. It's just Kool-Aid.
Oh, I forgot. I have
I forgot
followers.
to add the Kool-Aid.
Oh, it's there.
Oh dear.
It smells like it's there. Oh wait, no, that's a bottle.
Yeah. What else I was thinking? If I be a cult leader, right? How bad can it be?
It could be very bad.
Like I'm making like a law saying that you should drink hot chocolate every single day.
Sounds like a good cult, to be honest.
Yeah.
What if they're lactose intolerant?
Okay, have it with like non-dairy milk. Like I just had like an oat milk with my hot chocolate because I'm lactose intolerant.
Can we add Baileys? Baileys hot chocolate?
Yeah, but there's still lactose in Baileys. So Baileys.
Ah, well, lactose intolerant people.
Oh well, seems like a bad idea then. So, anything interesting happened lately? Anything interesting happened?
Well, it was a Christmas party.
Ooh, how was it? Mine is tomorrow.
Mine was last Wednesday. It was great.
Oh yeah, you invited me, but I was somewhere else.
Yeah, no. But it was quite funny because it was just great. Like
You won a bottle of wine, didn't you?
Yeah, and some
God.
chocolates too.
Oh, you didn't tell me that bit.
I did. I sent you a picture even.
No, you did not. You just showed me your bottle of wine through my window.
And the chocolates.
I didn't see chocolates. Maybe it's too far away.
I did mention there was chocolates too.
Well, you know that I don't really pay attention to certain things.
Listeners, what happens is at the moment our sort of building forms like a kind of a U shape. So both our windows are on the interior of a U, so we can kind of see each other if we look through the window.
Yeah, we do wave once in a while, and then you peep in my building to see if I have electricity or not.
If that happened once when there was a power cut.
Yeah, you were like spying on us.
I wasn't spying on you. There was nothing to spy on.
How do you know that?
Because I can't see. I've got glasses. I can barely see 10 meters ahead of me.
Oh.
So do you think I can see like 100 meters ahead of me? I just see shapes.
Oh, so you didn't really see me. You can see my shape.
Yes.
That's comforting.
You're welcome.
No wonder you confused me with someone else. It's like, oh, you're in today. But no, I'm not in today. And it's like, you were standing by the window. I'm like, no, it wasn't me.
Well, to be fair, I didn't know there was more than one person in your office, so...
Very
She
comforting.
did not mention, so how could I know?
You should have asked.
Well, I suppose an office, one person per office, logical.
No, I mean, I like Edinburgh Uni, but I don't think we have much space for that.
Probably in the next buildings.
Oh my god, unless you're a very, very high up person, then you get one office for yourself.
In infection medicine, they don't even get that.
Maybe...
The high ups people get a room, but it's 2 people per room.
Really, my PI have a room to himself.
Who?
My PI and other PIs. Now you're disappointed. Oh, okay. Okay, I can see why now.
Could be worse. Could be like you're quarantined,
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, the office is like in the middle of a building, so they have no windows. And it's like a glass partition.
That sounds like a quarantine, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
The white tent and
Hazmat suits.
Everyone can see what they're doing.
Special ventilation.
Probably. I don't know. But, yeah.
So you brought a paper with you today.
I sure did.
Do you want to discuss about it?
Yeah, it was. I just thought it was extremely interesting. Is the headline of the article is that staring down seagulls can stop them stealing your chips.
Oh my god, those seagulls.
Is it published paper?
Yeah, it sure is. It's what's the Royal Society Publishing actually fucking paid for this. Let me have a look at it. I think it was I should remember this. Yeah, so it was research done in Exeter just this year, and they had a small enough sample size of seagulls, to be fair.
A small enough sample size of seagulls?
Yeah.
Like how small?
I think it was just hard for them to, it was hard for them to know whether the seagulls would cooperate.
I think they say like 50 something. That's...
Okay, what?
I think it's 50 something, the numbers.
You mean experiment repeats?
No, 50 seagulls-ish.
Oh, I think they tried...
Yeah,
they tried 79, and then I think...
Yeah, they say it's about... They couldn't even give the proper number of it. I mean...
One of them were not really sure if he was a seagull, I mean...
Yeah, so I don't understand this kind of research. Like, so part of my research is meta-analysis, so we want to improve research quality. So we try to like have people not to write this kind of thing, like say the number, not just say about.
Yeah, of course,
yeah,
obviously.
I'm just trying to keep my focus really hard here, but honestly, like this paper is hilarious.
Yeah, that's why I picked it.
I don't mean to offend the people that wrote the paper or anything, but you have to know it is hilarious.
I mean, that's what I was looking at. I was like, okay, so they set this up. They're like, okay, we got to stand 1.5 meters from the seagull. We got to put chips down. We got to put chips down, put down 1.5 meters, and for some of them, we're going to look right at them, and some of them are going to look away, and then we're going to infer that all the seagulls have theory of mind. They know what we're thinking. They know we're looking at them. They don't want to go for the chips.
Is that what you call theory of mind? You want to explain more to listeners?
Oh no, you can explain it because I don't fucking.
Well, I read the paper, so it's like it's a theory of mind. So sort of an animal know what you think. It's almost like telepathy, but not. I was like, how do you know that? Did they ask the seagull like what you're thinking when you see the chip?
maybe the seagull is able to decipher human expressions.
That's interesting because I feel like other animals do that as well, isn't it? Do you like your dog? If you have a dog and then you're like coming to the house and the dog already knew that it's you coming?
No, dogs don't. Now the dogs don't do that.
Do you not?
No, they just send someone's coming to the house and then they just go barking at the door. Whoever it is, it could be a bird, but they'll just go bark at the door.
Oh, I thought I was so happy to know that my dog's welcoming me.
That's
Not just like anyone else.
well, you have to do the experiment. Get
So
someone
I'm
to
not
come to the
special
door.
anymore.
Well, no, they just want tickles. So, like, we could have a murderer come to our house and, like, the dogs will just roll on their back. As so long as the murderer just tickles their tummy, they'll let him pass.
And they show you where all the valuables are. Like, look, this TV is new.
But if you think of it, like the dog there, I mean, if you think of it, if it's for what the dog wants, it's like, well, I mean, you might have come in and murdered them, but I got a belly rub, you know.
You got something out of it.
I think like this though. I think we got to be fair to seagulls from looking at this research because
How?
you know it came up to me because I was busking last week in Dublin. I saw a seagull swoop down and try to steal guy's chips. Probably I don't know what he was eating, but must have been chips. And,
According to the article, it was chips. Isn't
yeah,
it?
because they love chips. And my brother was giving out about seagulls again recently, and this actually says that due to the fact that there was only a small amount of them, don't know, somewhere, didn't give specific amounts, no they did, but due to the fact that there was a small amount that actually even touched the food, that they believe that seagulls aren't that bad in general. It's only a minority of rogue seagulls
But how do you know which is
that
better?
come stealing our chips.
Yeah, I mean, they did at the end of a conclusion, it says only 26% of the whole population that they tested, like the bad seagull. But how do they know it's 26% when they don't have a definite number of the population sample size? Like, how do you get the number 26% that is like rogue?
It's like an estimation, like, oh, yeah, probably 26, let's just put 26.
Yeah, exactly. Look, the deadline is tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Give us a quick number, please.
yeah, rand.org, you know.
Oh, 26, okay, writing it down.
To be fair, I went to the psychology talk lecture about parapsychology. Don't ask me why, but
Paris?
parapsychology, you have a department in Edinburgh University.
Okay.
So they were talking about most of their experiment, if it's a success experiment, is like more than 30%. And I was like...
More than 30%?
I was like, what?
What is it saying that it's like statistically significant? Is it
For them, yeah, 30%.
Yeah,
oh, that's bad.
You said parapsychology, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, because I thought you said parrot psychology. I was just
No,
like
parapsychology because they studying paranormal communication.
Okay.
What now?
Paranormal communication.
So, like, talking to ghosts?
Yes.
Oh.
And like telepathy and those kind of thing. I mean, how or why? Why?
To talk to your deceased loved ones.
But I'm doing Alzheimer's disease and I couldn't get funding.
Did they get funding for?
Yes! No, it's not just a hobby thing, it's a proper career.
It's clickbait nowadays. They're like, look, where's the money? The money's in clickbait. People love ghost stories, you know?
It's like they're doing an episode of Supernatural.
I mean, John Edwards is a millionaire, you know?
Might as well. So yeah, you learn new things every day, don't you? Yeah, I was randomly at one.
If you died tomorrow, would you got a choice, like you can go to heaven or you can hang around here and
Do some experiment with it.
yeah, you can just annoy some people that you can try communicate with some of your loved ones. It'll drive them crazy, or at least if they believe that you are there, they will just be called crazy in real life, like, oh, I'll stick around.
So never mind, those persons will be transferred from psychology to psychiatry. I mean, it's a sharing resources, is it not?
I'm just this whole conversation. I'm zooming out. We went from cheeky seagulls to paranormal investigators in labs. Like,
They have lab.
what?
Yeah, they shoot a picture of lab and they have like beds, and then they monitor them when they sleep, and they use ECG or EEG. I can't remember. No, it's not ECG. It's ECG, electrocardiogram. EEG.
Is it eye movement? Is it?
Encephalogram?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, to measure the brainwave, and if the brainwave is high, it's possibly of paranormal communication going on. But someone just could be having a bad dream.
It sounds pretty interesting. You're selling this to me. I'm like,
I know, I'm selling it well, am I?
Science, no.
And they tried to do a meta-analysis for it.
Oh God.
I was like, how? If you're gonna see data, like, well, probably about 6 people maybe that can see this.
We have a
hear
sample
this.
size of around 25 ghosts.
We're not quite sure. We don't want to appear. 25 is what we know of from the Ouija board. No, it's doing 8 circles. Oh, okay, it's time to leave.
Around 25 ghosts.
Yeah.
One of them may not have been a human ghost.
I mean, it is true. You can do research in anything you want.
I mean, this weekend I did research. 2 research experiments, actually.
On what?
So, basically, I've got very drafty windows. And I wanted to check whether or not changing the insulation on the window would make the room warmer. So in my bedroom, I changed the insulation because it's a smaller window, so it's easier to do. And in the living room, I didn't touch it, and I'd compared the temperatures after 2 days. Turns out it does.
That's the point.
I was freezing in the living room, but I was nice and cushy in the bedroom.
See, you do little experiments in your home. You just can't get out of the lab, you know.
And also, I got myself a thermal bottle recently too, and I wanted to check how long it would keep the water warm.
Oh yeah.
So I bought the hot water, poured it in, closed the lid, and checked it every hour. It took 23 hours before it went underneath 80 degrees.
What?
Riveting.
You should try this.
Wait, what? Sorry? 23 hours before it went... Really? That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you big look of satisfaction on your face. I made a good purchase.
Exactly. It's going to keep my coffee warm for days.
You should try buying this beanie thing that you can put in a microwave. Then you just hug it and you feel warm while you're sleeping. Do you not know this? It's like a kids kind of thing, but...
Maybe.
Sounds pretty cool. I mean, there's electric blankets, but it's probably safer, you know?
Yeah, you won't get electrocuted when you sleep. I mean, what else do you want in life?
Yeah, because I mean, you know,
Warm
if
bed.
you have an electric blanket and you know, if you're a bedwetter, you know, it's probably not good.
No, I'm not selling it to Alex, aren't you? Am I?
Are you a bedwetter?
No, this conversation is just... It's like it started with...
I apologize. I apologize for my appearance on your podcast.
It's not your fault. Like, what?
Probably
No,
But
It's always me.
the point and we'll just wait. It goes like this in
it's
every
solely
episode.
my fault. It definitely is.
It's like this in every episode.
So yeah, well, it's not you.
Well, guys, we'll have to wrap this episode up. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Happy New Year, because this episode is coming out in the new year. So Happy New Year,
Happy New
everyone.
Year,
All right, happy 2020, guys. It's
Do you want to
the
do a
decade has
shout
been.
out to anyone?
No.
I have no one listening to this.
I have no loved ones. No, not really. I'll give a shout out to Mark O'Keefe just for the crack.
Oh, hi Mark. Hope you're doing well.
He's a comedian. I'm a comedian too.
Okay,
So yeah,
cool. Well, good luck with your endeavours.
yeah.
Good luck
Cheers.
to you.
Happy New Year,
Happy
everyone.
New Year, guys. Bye.
Usual message, please share and follow us on social media and share with your new colleagues.
Yes, please share us, like us, subscribe us, follow us. What else can you do?
DM us if they so desire.
You can follow you in person.
Oh, please don't
No,
do
that's
that.
called stalking.
Yeah. Right, bye.
Bye.